How's it going, everybody? ZoinkMeister Patrick here, joined today again by Melmouse Melissa.
Heyo!
And welcome back to more Alice Madness Returns for the PC. So they wear numbers on them so that people can buy them for. It's interesting though that it's both
shacks.
It's both boys and girls, and so it's very.
Why is that interesting? Why do you think that's interesting?
I'm saying that's.
Are you trying to say that little boys don't get raped too?
No, I'm saying that I'm glad he. No, I'm saying the opposite of that. I'm saying that. Oh. I'm saying that like, oof, he didn't shirk away from the fact that it's like it does not matter. It is all the little kids.
Any little child that you want, you can have all of them.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty messed up. Turns out that the
and Alice's sister said he touched me in ways that I did not like.
Yes.
Which means, you know.
I'm guessing the implication, I might as well say it now. I think the implication is that he may or may not have raped Lizzie before burning her alive. He might have raped her, locked her in her room, and then lit the house on fire, and she burned alive. That might have been how he killed her. So.
Which would be tragic.
That would be very messed up. Very messed up indeed.
You oozing sore of depravity! Children wearing their names around their necks as if they're breeding livestock.
A declaration of their pedigree. You could use one. They're proud to display their provenance.
You brute! They can't remember who they are or where they're from. How many minds have you twisted into forgetfulness?
Not enough. Yours would have been a triumph. Still, you're an insane wreck. My work is done.
Yeah, so obviously at this point, if she tries to claim that he is
a rapey weirdo.
Yeah, he has a upstanding place in society as a man with a doctorate and a practicing psychiatrist.
And I'm sure a lot of people already know, considering he sells the children.
Yeah, there's that. But Alice, on the other hand, of course, is recently been at the asylum again, and no one is going to trust anything she says because they think she's crazy. Because she is crazy, to be fair. We're on the infernal train, finally, after all this time.
Hatter, I must stop this infernal train and the evil force that drives it.
Everything's a nail, is it, Miss Hammerhead? First it was all search, freighted with fear and fragmented memories. Now it's the train. Never time for tea. While your brain's on holiday, we're ruined. Now we're all mad here, and that's a good excuse for going to hell in a teapot, but not for forgetting what your senses saw. Forgetting is just forgetting, except when it's not. Then they call it something else. I'd like to forget what you did. I've tried, but I can't.
Okay, interesting.
You've used me and abused me, but you will not destroy me.
No, the damage is done. The old Alice and her Wonderland retreat are demolished. You can't even recognize what's happened, and you're powerless to change it or move against me. I've made certain of that.
So I think that's part of the plot of Alice Asylum.
Your punishment, then?
Is the retreated Wonderland coming back to surface.
I know I'm guilty of something, but punishment never suits the victims of the crime.
Abuse is a crime the strong visit on the weak. And you're right, abusers are insufficiently punished for the damage they do. Those who witness abuse without seeking retribution for the harmed pay a penalty. Your own pain mitigates your failure to act earlier, but you may not yet have paid enough for witnessing the pain of others.
Yeah, so basically she's like self-hurting or whatever. She it's hard for her to come to the terms of the fact that she has not stopped this yet. The fact that she never put together the fact that he was prostituting children until now. She's like, oh my goodness, how many kids have I watched this horrible thing happen to and just been a witness and not help? So that's what she said. It's like, oh, it's like, oh, maybe the crimes don't always fit the punishments. And he says, well, I think your punishment maybe should be bigger than you think. Just because how long have you let this go on for? So
yeah, it's kind of weird that she never got prostituted.
So they did.
You corrupted my memories, but you failed to make me forget.
I could have made you into a tasty bit. Clients out the door waiting for a piece from a raving, delusional beauty with no memory of the past or no sense of the future. But you wouldn't forget. You insisted on holding on to your fantasies. You're mad, like your sister.
Oh,
Don't
snap.
Speak of her. You didn't know her.
You
Your
don't
sister
know.
was a tease.
Ooh.
Pretended to despise me. She got what she wanted in the end.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there
the
you go.
heavy implication of
Of
what
rape.
happened. Yeah, rape. Yeah, straight up.
My Lizzie, what is this train's
So that is
destination?
Lizzie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madness and destruction. You shouldn't ask questions you know the answer to. It's not polite. And that noise wasn't Lizzie talking in her sleep.
Oh.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Poor Lizzie.
There you go.
And there are no centaurs in Oxford.
I don't get that.
Make your survival mean something, or we are all doomed.
At least you didn't go for the other one. So we were talking earlier if the Red Queen or the Queen of Hearts or whatever the heck she is, was it Lizzie or was it a younger Alice? And I think earlier we thought she was a younger Alice, but here I think they clearly referenced that the Queen
But
of...
then when she talked about it, she said, oh, Lizzie wasn't, she didn't say I wasn't talking in my sleep. She said Lizzie wasn't talking in her sleep.
Maybe so, yeah.
So that's also kind of confusing.
So it could still be a young Alice. When she was just saying, oh, Lizzie, could have been just like to the, like, oh no, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Makes sense. I was gonna say before that last cutscene started, they did address the fact that, which they talked about it in that cutscene, the fact that she never was prostituted. Remember when we were at the mermaid, the maid's mermaid?
Yeah, she wasn't prostituted because she hadn't forgotten her stuff yet.
Right,
They
so
have
whenever...
to be like emptyless bodies before they can be prostituted.
Right, so we saw at the mermaid that there was those two guys who tried to like rape her as well, and she was just like, get away from me, ew. And they just stopped, and I was like, oh wow, that's incredibly effective. And then that second group of people that was like, how about I take you up to a room? And then she's like, you should know I'm diseased.
Yeah.
So like clearly she's had enough hold
She
over her
fights
mind
back,
to fight
yeah.
back, yeah. Whereas the other kids are all just kind of to the point that they're, you could say, blithering, perhaps.
Yeah, they just don't know, don't care
Yeah.
kind of thing. Just sad.
Yeah, it's more, I can't believe Lizzie's thing, man. That's so much. I'm trying to look up, there are no centaurs in Oxford. There it is.
All right, Patrick's gonna do this fight mainly just because I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
Oh wait, is this?
I think this
Yeah.
is it. Yeah, we're here.
I just don't like it. It's not bad. It's just slightly difficult.
But it should be noted. I don't know what he said there.
I don't know.
It should be noted, though, that here we are, finally, the very first and only boss fight in the entire game.
This is true.
We were making fun of it earlier at the very beginning of the game. At the end of the first level, there appeared to be a boss fight, which I think implied that every level might have had its own boss fight at one point or another. But they were scrapped, and I think that might have been potentially referenced. I still haven't seen a single one of American McGee's playthrough episodes that he's done of this game.
I need to watch that.
I do too. But this is the one boss fight, so here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Let's do it.
So yeah, as Melissa pointed out,
Oh, they're black.
does that mean I can't hit him, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not in today's world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta like kill the baby heads, and then when you kill the baby heads, it gets damaged. But honestly, like,
This feels like a glitch.
this hand's, like,
I'm pretty sure that was a glitch.
power is actually, like, really strong. Like, the hands do have really strong powers, as you can imagine, since, oh, he's wagged his...
Oh, he's missing a finger.
But yeah, he is missing a finger.
Do you think that's significant?
I don't know. Do you want to look up the Oxnard Centaur
Yeah, I
thing?
looked it up. It is definitely a thing. So if you could,
Okay.
yeah, if you could find out what that.
What is it called again?
There are no centaurs in Oxford.
There are no centaurs. I think we looked
What
this
the-
up before.
Sorry, hold up. I'm not holding that button. I'm dropping inputs again.
What does the quote, "There are no centaurs in Oxford" mean?
I'm just running.
Oh wow, it's from Alice Wiki.
Oh, okay.
Bumby raped Lizzie and Alice saw a figure that looked like a man with 4 legs, doggy style. Oh!
Oh no!
And was trying to be ignorant, saying it must have been a centaur.
Oh, great.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we figured that one out.
Man.
goodness.
I did
I
not
regret
like
looking that one
I
up.
didn't like that at all.
That was a regret.
Oh, we didn't need that.
Okay, well, there's no
no going
Centaurs
back.
in Oxford.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, that's really on the nose then about
Okay. Ooh.
you know, the rapey rape of Lizzie.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that this
That was a heavy implication.
is really implied.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Okay, well that's bad. I think.
That's bad.
Yeah, no, so there you go. We got that answered. I didn't realize how straightforward
So
that was.
on the nose.
They even tell us how. How does that even make sense? The
Yeah, it's
direction.
on the nose,
It would
man.
have to be, because it would be like, it would have to have more than 4
Also,
legs.
like, how did she, like, see that from her room? Like, were
Yeah.
they, like, directly across from each other? I don't know. And, like,
How long was she watching?
what? And, like, I don't know. And also the fact that she said that, you know, like, Lizzie wasn't talking in her sleep. It's like, what was she saying? Like, please stop raping me?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, she must be sleeping,
I did
right?
dream.
Like, yeah,
Oh no.
like, what?
Oh, she's so sleepy.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know how young you have to be to, like, not be scared or confused at the situation.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. That all seems a little weird.
Shoot. You got me. I didn't do too much damage though.
Nah. But no, like, their hands are grabby, man.
Yeah, they like it.
They like squeeze you and stuff.
Of your shadow.
They're little rapey hands.
I'm doing pretty well though.
Yeah. That was the part where he grabs onto the bed handles, you know what I mean?
I don't know. See, I don't get how you confuse that for a centaur though. I'm just trying to think of the logistics of it. And like,
No, doggy style. What do you mean?
well, because then there's like 6 legs though, right? Technically?
Well, no, because if it's dark, then you only see 4.
And then the head would be like backwards, right? Because the way that you'd be facing the head of the
Well, so like
centaur
the guy.
would be facing towards the back of the quote unquote horse, right?
Well, I was thinking like the centaur was kind of like sideways a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if you see a side profile of like doggy style in the dark.
Wait.
In prison, some half-wit bruiser will make you his sweetheart, and then you'll hang.
Indeed. A hysterical woman, former lunatic, roaring outrageous accusations against a respectable social architect and scientist.
There you
My
go.
God, Alice, who would
Did you hear when she
I
basically said,
scarcely believe it myself.
You, monstrous creature. Such evil will be punished.
By whom? By what? Psychotic, silly bitch.
Wow.
Your madness will be punished.
Whoa.
Now leave. I'm expecting your replacement.
she basically told him he was gonna get raped in jail.
Yeah. No, definitely. It was great. I like that. Oh, he's scared now.
He doesn't like this.
Hey. I like that. I think it's a glitch, but the fact that she's twitching, I really think it adds to the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought she was gonna. This is Sparta! I thought she was gonna kick
Jeez.
him. Well, just desserts, as they say. So this is also considered to be the plot of Alice Asylum, is that now that she has murdered Bumby, she will likely go to trial for his murder. But there was no witnesses, so hopefully no proof.
Mm-hmm.
And now we see what is often referred to as Lunderland. It is called Lunderland because Wonderland and London have been permanently fused. Alice
Is permanently crazy.
Yes, so the whole point of the ending there was that she could have taken the sane route and talked to the police and told them of the thing. But then as Bumby pointed out, it probably wouldn't have gone anywhere. Instead, she chose to give up her sanity forever and permanently fuse Wonderland and London, the real world, by creating Blunderland and using her Shadow Alice persona, as it's called in Alice Asylum, to kill Bumby, which is something that in Wonderland she's very used to doing, right? Alice kills all kinds of monsters in Wonderland, but that's not something she does in the real world. So she had to fuse those personas and in turn permanently potentially ruin her mind. And
Which
so,
is fine, because look how beautiful the world is now.
it looks
London was
really
so
cool.
ugly
Yes.
like before.
Which
so
I think is
don't-
part of it. I think this is kind of a happy ending in its own way.
Alice, we can't go home again. No surprise, really. Only a very few find the way, and most of them don't recognize it when they do. Delusions, too, die hard. Only the savage regard the endurance of pain as the measure of worth. Forgetting pain is convenient. Remembering it, agonizing. But recovering the truth is worth the suffering. And our wonderland, though damaged, is safe in memory. For now.
That's a reference to Alice Asylum. So in Alice Asylum, the current idea is that the true Wonderland, as it's called, the safe innocence of Wonderland, is locked away behind the looking glass barrier, and so young Alice is there, and but when she kills Bumby and allows Shadow Alice to take over the psyche of the Shadow Wonderland, which is where we've been throughout the whole game.
Hold on, is this a Japanese game?
Chinese.
What the heck?
We talked about that a lot, I'm sure.
Because everybody here is Chinese.
Yeah, it's a Chinese company. There's no way you're just figuring this out.
American McGee's Alice, but they're Chinese? Why are they called American McGee's Alice then?
That's the
first game. It makes me
game.
feel like they're American.
The first game, I think, was American. The second game, this one...
It's not, I thought it was made by the same person, the same guy.
The same director, not the same production company. The development company was Spicy Horse, which is a Chinese company. Yeah, Spicy Horse is a Chinese company.
Yeah, well, I wasn't about to be racist, be like, Spicy Horse, they must be Chinese. Like, I wasn't gonna say that.
It's on the logo for Spicy Horse. It's the Chinese.
It says, I'm Chinese. That's what it says on the logo. We are Chinese company.
Kinda.
No, it does
American
not.
McGee. There's American McGee, senior creative director. And then Berg is the...
So, is his first name American? I don't understand.
Yes, his first name is American.
What?
Yes.
Is he even American?
I think so.
His name is American, not even America.
No, his name's American. It says right, look, Spicy Horse on the logo, Chinese characters.
So? That could mean anything. That could mean sriracha for all I know.
It means Spicy Horse in Chinese.
Okay, because I know Chinese. How was I supposed to know?
I can't believe that's never come up.
His name is American?
His name is American. Yes, that is his first name.
That was like his little nickname, like how Pink is called Pink, but her name's not actually Pink.
No, his name's American McGee. That's his name.
I thought he was just like super patriotic or something.
No.
Well, apparently his parents were.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
His name is, so they were like, oh, hey, American, how are you?
Yeah.
What, did his parents hate him? I don't understand.
American James McGee is an American video game designer. He's best...
I bet he went by James when he was younger to avoid getting bullied.
Maybe.
Who names their kid American?
He is American, though. His nationality is American.
That is so terrible.
But the production...
I feel bad for him.
The development company for Madness Returns is a Chinese company named Spicy Horse, which went under, is no longer making games.
And every single time I heard Spicy Horse, I wanted ramen noodles.
Did you know, I told you that, right? The Spicy Horse isn't around anymore?
Spicy babies. You did not tell me.
Oh, yes.
I like how that says spicy babies.
Spicy babies. That is pretty good. They're all Chinese names because it's Chinese.
All right,
game.
leave me alone.
So anyway, you're right. Spicy babies is way too good.
That's so weird. What does that even mean?
Oh, that's what Bumby was looking for.
He was looking for some
baby.
spicy baby.
Yeah,
so they're not going to make the new one? Is it because they had way too many invisible walls and did a terrible job?
No. It was because they got into mobile game design and the mobile market just was too competitive for them to keep up with. So they went under in 20...
it's because they had too many invisible
18,
walls.
16,
they wouldn't
18,
have gone under if they had better no invisible walls.
Okay, we're here during the credits. So
it says Russia. So are they also Chinese even though they say Russia?
It's the marketing in Russia and the public relations in Russia. Electronic Arts Russia just did that. They just did marketing and public relations in Russia.
Poland?
Yeah, again, these are just places.
So this is like a worldwide game.
Yeah, it's just where the game was.
Yeah, so it's not Chinese.
No, it was developed in China. It was sold worldwide. Like you played it here.
No. You don't know where I played it.
That's true. Okay.
Nordics? What is Nordics?
That would be Sweden and
Finland. Really?
Yes.
I want them to say Kiwis now. I like how people from
New Zealand?
New Zealand call themselves Kiwis.
Yeah.
No, kiwi.
This is the part of the video where normally...
I'd like to think that they're birds, like the kiwi birds, not the fruit.
That's the idea, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the birds are native to New Zealand, so...
Oh my god. I don't understand why I don't live in New Zealand.
I don't know either.
They're so cute. I used to love kiwi birds.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thank
what's the
you.
point of being here?
Normally, at this point in the video, we talk about the game and what we thought of it and final thoughts, because this is the end. And
Well,
give our
it is,
review by the time
like,
we're done.
my favorite game, so I really enjoyed it. However, it is really long.
Yeah, it is definitely one of your favorites. You also really like Franbo, I know, and...
I do really like Frambo. And if you guys are looking for a book to read, The Silent Patient is the best book I've ever read in my entire life, and I just finished it today. So as long as we're talking about really good things,
My favorite book is
please watch that. Read it.
Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I highly recommend it, along with Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There. Both very good books.
Okay, fine. Those are also my favorite. But I mean, if you want like a really good like mystery book, it's a really good mystery book.
There you go.
You should read it.
Okay, but this game, what do you think of this game?
This game's one of my favorite games, next to like Franbo and
But like what? So I mean, there's lots of things that are wrong with it for sure. Like
long it is. No, I'm just kidding. I do like how long it is. It's
I think
just
it's a
after
good,
you've
like-
played it like 6 times, you're like, wow, that's long, you know?
yeah.
But the first time I was 100% all in. Little
like-
Nightmares is also one of my favorite games.
I like the creativity of this game for sure.
The art is beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of the artwork and the fact that every world felt very
Unique.
Yeah, I felt like every time we were anywhere, even in the Vale of Doom, like you knew you were in the Vale of Doom. As a very distinctive style to it, even though it's drab and covered in goo.
Yeah.
It's the only place that's drab and covered in goo. And so it's like everywhere you are, you can see any screenshot of any level in this game and probably instantly know what chapter that is, just because of how distinctive and unique everything in this game is.
I also want to point out, guys, in case you didn't know, Patrick watches the credits to every single game he plays. Like, even if he's not recording it, even if he's not talking about it, he watches the credits to every game he completes.
Yes.
All the way through.
Yes, if I finish a game, I watch the credits. Good, out of respect
So weird.
for all the people who made it. I usually try to watch the credits for movies too, if I can.
I don't ever watch the credits for anything ever.
I don't usually watch the credits for TV shows, except for the last episode. I'll usually try to watch the credits of the last episode of a TV show as well.
Mando.
Yeah, those are just good credits. Those are just
Those are really good.
Sometimes the credit song is just so good that I just watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the music in this game was, of course, very good. I think generally I really like the music. I especially like the theme song. There's no music playing right now, which is kind of weird, but
Yeah, it's kind of
it is
weird that
what
they
it is.
didn't have enough music to like finish off
Yeah.
the credits.
What else? The gameplay I think is really simplistic, but it can be fun. I think there's stuff you
Yeah.
can do with it. I really enjoy it despite its simplicity. It's not the most challenging thing to like wrap your head around how to do. This game, the PC port was a little broken. We definitely had a lot of problems. I just had dropped inputs right there at the end, which I hadn't had in a very long time on this game. I thought I'd fix that, but I guess not. So yeah, no, it was just stuff like that. I had to do a lot of fixing for the PC port. Melly Playful, who is a regular commenter, has her own YouTube channel.
I felt like we were talking about me for a second. I was like, what did you just call me?
I don't
But
know
no.
if you know. Yeah, she talked about the fact that she played this game on PlayStation 3 and there was some lag with the jumping. So the best version might be the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One version.
I've played it on that.
Yeah, if you're gonna play it, I might just recommend it there because I think that's the best version of it. The rest are kind of glitchy. This game is not the most polished. As you saw, it had a ton of glitches, a ton of invisible walls, a ton of
But it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's very
Oh,
well
and
done.
I really love the way
artwork.
that the story slowly unfolds if you actually pay attention to it. The first couple
Yes.
times I was pretty young when I played this game, and I was just like, oh, wow, fun game,
Yeah.
much color, ooh, yeah, ADHD, yum. But I
The
think
advantage
eventually...
of that, the advantage though of that is that when you get to the ending, it blindsides you.
No, yeah, I was
The
like,
first
wait,
time I played this
how
game,
did
I
we
was like, how
get
did
here?
I miss this?
Yeah, no, definitely. No, 100%. And then, like, Patrick even had to... I'm pretty sure I completed it a couple times and still didn't know what was going
I
on.
legitimately didn't know about the rape thing until like the third or fourth time I played it. I don't know why I never put that together. But yeah, it was like the third or fourth time. Like the Oxford thing. I didn't even know that there are no centaurs in Oxford. We had to look that one up. We never put that together.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's just stuff like that. Where
It's
it's,
just
like,
so
man.
weird that this is like made in China with American person who's in charge, and yet it's like placed in London and they have like London jokes. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Like,
Yeah.
there's no one London-y here. Like, what? Did they like look this up? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
it was interesting.
Yeah. No, so yeah, so it's a lot of stuff like that. It's really cool. So do we want to do you have any more comments before we give the final review score? Do you remember what the review score is for ZoinkMeister?
No. We've been playing this game for
Yeah.
like months.
Yeah. So we go A minus, B plus, B,
A.
B minus. You'd give this a solid A?
Yeah.
So the thing is, I would...
A minus.
A minus?
A
The thing
minus.
is, this game's like really broken. Like as much as I'd love to give this an A I mean, it gets an A in a lot of categories for sure, but the overall game and overall experience, there's no way I can give this an A. It's too broken. To some degree, I might be willing to give this like an IA, which is a new thing we do, which is I stands for incomplete. A, which the idea is if they had finished polishing this game, it would have been an A. I feel like there's so much this game did well.
I'm gonna give it an IA because I was gonna give it an A- just because it's broken.
Because of the brokenness, right? But I feel like honestly, it's more. I would also, that was my score. I was gonna give it a A- because it is broken, but none of the breaks I feel like ruin the experience. There are times where like you have to restart, and it's kind of like, oh, that's unfortunate. But it's not like
it's not the worst thing in the world.
You know, exactly. It's honestly, you hit an invisible wall and you just kind of move on with your life. There's so much going on in this game.
I really hate how you guys may or may not have known this, but like at one point we went back to chapter 2 and like the voiceover. We were pretty far along and we
were at the end of chapter 4, I think.
Yeah, and since like we didn't complete chapter 4, so we went to
chapter 5. We were halfway through chapter 5.
Yeah.
And we tried to go back to chapter 2 to do the post voice recording.
Yeah.
Which will probably be forever ago by the time this goes up.
Yeah.
But we didn't like the recording. We were just very stressful times, and so we wanted to go back. We learned a lot recording together since then, we felt like, and so we wanted to make a better recording. But I had to replay half of chapter 5 because
it doesn't save.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to complete the chapter before you can do chapter select.
Yeah, and you want to know, you can know where we the episode where we're stuck in the basic dress instead of the dollhouse dress.
Yeah.
That's because I had to replay the chapter and it didn't load the correct dress in. So that was the time that was where I had to get back to in chapter 5 to run all the way through chapter 5 up to the point where we switch back to the basic dress for no reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have we've seen all the dresses at this point. Do you have a favorite top dress?
No, they're all really good.
Yeah, I like them all a lot.
We didn't even get to show off all of the like extra dresses.
Yeah, we didn't show off the Hattress dress, nor did we show off the Cheshire dress. Yeah. Cheshire dress is nonsense. That one's like just makes the game harder.
Yeah.
And then the Hattress dress I've actually never used, but from what I understand, it basically makes you like invincible as long as you keep picking up teeth.
Yeah.
Because you lose teeth instead of hearts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're here at the end of the credits. But yeah, so I think I kind of agree with Melissa. I was originally going to give this an A- when we started the series. That was my like the one I had in mind. But I feel like IA, now that we've adjusted the score to work that way, I think IA is more appropriate.
Yes. Agreed.
A secret's only a secret when it's unspoken to another. So here we are, actually, real quick. So we have New Game Plus, so you can replay the game from the beginning. And now Chapter Select has everything, which is nice. You can go back
and get all the things that you've missed.
Yeah, exactly. And so you can see our final completion over here. We missed 4 memories in the whole game, 1 snout in the whole game, and 4 bottles and 1 Redula room. We got 98 overall completion, which I say is
that's not bad for like our run through of like we don't really care.
Yeah,
like,
and we didn't use a walkthrough either. It was off of our just searching ability. So I feel like
and it's crazy because I tell you guys that I've run through this so many times, but you must understand that was quite years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Here we are back at it again from the editing future. It's just me, ZoinkMeister Patrick, and I wanted to real quick before the series is over, show the last 2 memories that we missed. I know I showed off 4 just a second ago, but 2 of those I added back in where appropriate during the story. So the first one we missed was actually right here in this room. If you remember, it was all lava. I just turned that off, and there's a keyhole here that we just totally didn't see. And if you go back here, you can see that there's a whole little room.
Everyone knows that mischief began among your father's mountain of paper, Alice. The real question is how.
And there you go, was the first memory, which, just very basic stuff. It's like, oh yeah, the fire had to be caused by the papers, whatever. This was when the papers were still the main culprit. And there's actually a big old snout back here too that we missed. So that covers 2 of the things that weren't gotten in this first area. And it's unfortunately we missed it. I'm surprised we didn't see it, but we're gonna move on to the next thing. So here we are. We just finished this big old fight in here. I don't know how we missed this one because we actually ended up getting the snout just behind us, but I believe we got the snout before we started the fight and then forgot to follow the snout. We're too busy talking about demi-humans at the time. This was back in the part 20-something or other. I don't exactly remember, 24, something like that. I don't know. But as you can see, we needed to go up here, break that open, and there's a whole area back here that we missed, but really nothing much to it other than this one memory, which we'll get to here, and that'll be the final memory, and you'll have seen or heard all the memories in the game.
Regrettably, the creature has to die for its image to be properly captured. The subjects of art often suffer.
And there you go. Makes you wonder what other subjects of art this could be implying, but you know, whatever. There's a little statue there. There's plenty of those throughout the game. If you see right back here, this is right where we would come out. And there's like a goop here that never, those things normally harden when you break them, but not in this area, weirdly enough. Messed up that jump. But yeah, you see, we come back out here and, you know, if you don't recognize this area, maybe you'll remember that up these stairs and through the mouth is the final little 2D area that we did in the game. So just right down there. On the other side of that would be the caterpillar, and that's basically all the enemies. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed.
That's all the time we have today, folks. So go ahead and like, subscribe, give it a little comment, ring that nice little bell, and join us back for the next episode.
We'll see you then. Zoink out.